Hey, hello, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in our small world, and welcome to today's call. We have a ton of people out there coming today. I see William in the house. Mike, we got people from all over the world, from Colorado, Melbourne, Norway. I see the names are flying by. Sandra from Australia, Charles from Kenya. Welcome, Dave from Ontario. Guys, Jensen is attempting to log in. He's having some internet problems with the hotel he's staying at. Sometimes they're hit and miss, so he's rebooting and trying to get in here. We'll be in here shortly. Marlene from Port St. Lucia, Denmark. Jan, guys, if I missed your name, that's because they are scrolling by at about one name every second, Mike. We got a lot of folks and a lot of information to share with you.
We have hundreds of people scheduled on this call, so the names are just absolutely flying by. So it's appreciate each and every one of you being here. It's exciting. It's unfortunate Jensen's having a connection.
Pennsylvania is in the house. Thailand is in the house. Tommy from Thailand. Jake. Anybody else have no sound? No, everyone has sound. Jake, try turning your speakers on. You might try that or rebooting your computer. Hello from Dubai, Robin. Welcome. Neil, Brian, Harold from Georgia, Brian from North Carolina. Jensen has joined the room. Let's try and see if he makes it this time. James from Colorado. Thanks for coming, James. We appreciate everyone coming in. Andrew from UK, Edwin from Kentucky, Vernon from Chicago, Pennsylvania, Jamaica, Galvin's in the house. Thanks for coming, everyone. We appreciate it here. We're going to get started here in about 2 minutes here. Give Jensen the time to come in.
Welcome you for being here. It's an amazing turnout, so we thank you for doing that because we've got people from all over the world, from places in the United States to the Philippines, to Holland, to Finland, to the UK, Norway, Australia, practically every city.
Nigeria. Mark from Great Britain. William, Chicago. Thanks for coming on. Do you guys know when the new announcement's going to be? That's today. That's why we have the announcements today there, Colin.
India, Dubai, Denmark. It's awesome. Thailand,
New York,
and on and on.
Mike from Bosnia. Welcome, Mike. Dan from Planet Earth. That's the first. Welcome, Dan. I do want to thank everyone for taking their time here. Jensen, the CEO, he is still in Singapore, his office there. So it looks like he's trying to log in now to his mobile device, I'm guessing. So let me go ahead and take a couple polls real quick while we're waiting for him to try his mobile device. I'm going to go ahead and start this real quick. We'll get these knocked out. He should be in here hopefully in a few minutes. I'm wondering here if you can give us some quick feedback. There's a poll there. How many of you are actually active with Vortic United right now? You already got involved. You got a package running, or maybe you're just coming to get some more information to hear what the CEO has to say. So we'd appreciate any feedback. I'll leave this open for about 1 minute, give everyone a chance to give us a poll, and I'll tell you the results so we know what everyone's talking about, what they're voting on. We got about 30 seconds left on this, then we're going to shut it down. And right now, it's about 80-20. About 80% of you are active. Awesome. And about 20% are trying to find out more information. Hopefully your CEO will be able to get on. One way or another, we'll try and deal with the questions as best we can. If he's not able to make it due to some internet problems, we'll reschedule it and get you going. But we'll try and answer your questions, giving you the best answers we have for you. So let me go ahead and end this poll here and end that poll. And do another one here. Most of you guys who have been on these calls before, this is a poll that we're interested in getting your feedback. There's a couple features coming out Most of you know about the debit, Visa card, MasterCard that's coming. The next is the fiat to crypto, and also a marketing page for members. If you mind sharing which one that you're most excited about that, we'd appreciate your feedback as we share this with the CEO and let him know what the community is thinking. So I see here we give it about 30 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and go forward here. And I'll start taking some questions, and we'll see if we can get the CEO, Jensen, on here and get his internet. Sometimes when you're at a hotel or depending on that hotel's connection, the time of the day, they may not just have a good internet. They may be, hotels sometimes reboot their servers at a certain time of the night. There's all kinds of challenges. For those of you who traveled a lot, you know sometimes the internet can work 1 hour and the next hour be kaput. So right now I'm going to end this poll here. Let's see here. We are running on this poll here. About 56% of you are looking for the Visa card. I'll be one of those. The crypto to fiat, where you're able to convert your crypto to currency, is about 32%, and about 10% are you looking toward the marketing system. So while we're waiting here, and I know everyone's anxious to hear from the CEO, let me go ahead. If you guys want to go ahead and just type your questions in there in the Q&A section. Some of those I will try to address. Some of them I probably will leave them for the CEO should he make a call here, and we'll get going here. Apologies again. Can you say exactly the date for the debit card? That's easy to answer, Stefan. No, there's no exact date for anything in the IT world. What happens there is you got to get approval. There's an extensive, as you can imagine, vetting process where the bank, the Visa MasterCard provider, all of this has to go through the whole vetting process, which he's going through. They have to verify information. Then you have to tie in the API, and then you got to beta test everything. And usually when you're testing it, something's broken, so you have to go fix it. So that's the process when it starts. And that process isn't going to start till about the end of the fall. I'm sorry, end of summer, early fall. So I hope that answers your question, Stefan. Let me start at the bottom here. Which website app are you using for deposit withdrawals? Like, this is a question from Tom, which is a frequently asked question. For which wallet, I guess he's using, or app. Tom, that's a great question, but one we're not able to answer simply because of the wide range and diversity of the members out there. Each member is from a different jurisdiction, a different country, different circumstances, different goals. In the United States, there's certain apps, certain wallets you can use, and certain wallets that don't even allow you to use them. In Japan, in China, each country has different apps, different access to different platforms. So it's really challenging based on your jurisdiction and where you're living, and also what your goals are. For me, for example, I like to convert mine into cash, and I have a process that when I go to a third party to convert it, I need it in a certain crypto. So it really depends on your goals out there, what you're trying to achieve, and where you live. So I use Trust Wallet as my initial deposit, just letting you know that it's a very simple wallet, but I have a 2 or 3 step process. Okay? I hope that answers your questions, Tom. Question from Evans. Which countries are eligible for withdrawal deposit? Any country that you're able to do. When you go to the list and join, it'll give you a list of 190 plus countries, Evans. And any one of those countries listed, you're able to join. And if you're able to join, you're obviously able to deposit and withdraw. I hope that answers your question. Stefan, I already talked about the debit card. William has a question. I don't see anything new about the website from the last call. The website, you'll notice the website, Vortic United, is completely revamped. There's all kinds of new features on there. We'll go over them. Why don't I do that? And we'll show you a couple cool things real quick. Okay, so let me bring up my Vortic United site just that everyone can see. Okay, I'm logging in here. Let me log out and just go to the site. Let me slide this over here, and we'll go here. Okay, so everyone, this is the brand new site. You can see here on my screen a couple of things that I've noticed that I thought was pretty cool is the vision. Everyone's always asked us, and we have no information. I mean, there is no crystal ball. How long will the company last? What is their vision? What is their goal? Well, you can go here to the vision page, and down here is the roadmap. Obviously, we're in this area right here. Just happened last month. There was a huge announcement in the Telegram room and an email. Stage 2 had begun. So we're right here. You can see here, starting of the third quarter, which is fall, completion of the application and integration. We are now in the third quarter. That is the 6th through 9th month of the year. So this is the process he's in right now. You can see also the third quarter is the release of the mobile app and the iPhone app. By the start of the fourth quarter, which starts, I believe, October, first demo of the crypto trading, social trading solution named Vortic United, and the token ecosystem's coming out. The release of the debit card by somewhere between October, November, December, in that time frame they're looking at. Again, hard to give dates. Closed beta testing for this application here, the Vortic United, the Vortic Connect, beginning of next year into the second quarter. Official launch, the big global launch. Most of us will be in the beta testing, obviously the launch, new people. Listing of the token that they're bringing out on the tier 2 and 3 exchanges. Those are secondary exchanges like Pancake Swap and some of those other ones. And then launch of the OwnDX with profit sharing. That's an exchange for people who want to know that. Like Binance, Coinbase. There's quite a few exchanges out there. But we as affiliates, as members, will be able to, instead of Binance owners pocketing all the money themselves, we'll be able to share in some of the earnings, which is very, very exciting. You can see here listing on a tier 1 exchange. By the start of 2025, tier 1 exchange is companies like Binance and so forth. And then the launch of the fully licensed exchange with profit sharing edition exchange here, and listing of a traded fund. And these are the roadmap and goals. And this was the vision that we talked about on our opportunity calls that we do for the company. We've seen his passport. We know a lot of people say, well, he's an actor, or he's a poor, some idiot is saying. Guys, I've seen his passport. His name is on there, Jensen Robles. He talks with a German accent. Why? Because he's German. So these people just like to create controversy. They do things, they twist them, they take 10% of fact and 90% of spin. And so we've seen it. We went to Turkey. Most of you know that. We've seen it. And there was a grand opening. We did not make the grand opening. I had some family stuff going on that April, but there was 40, 50 people there who saw all the same stuff we did back in January. So there's plenty of documentation out there of what's going on here. But as I was saying, when we went in January, he shared with us his vision. And that's what really excited us, what really, truly excited us. So anyway, that's the website, one of the features here. Then you got an FAQ section. This really is for new people here. You've got different categories, a little bit about background, how to do deposit withdrawals, the different packages in the affiliate program. You got the technology, which talks about the order flow. And that is a big part of the success, along with obviously some proprietary software and the experience that Jensen's analytical team and his analysts bring to him, along with Jensen's background, that is obviously key. So you've got all these factors in here, and it talks about that. So this is the new website. So I hope that helps with that. When we launched the debit card, I covered that. I didn't see anything about, okay, how long when my deposit goes into the dashboard? Akeisha's asking, you made a deposit. Really, Akeisha, that depends on the type of deposit you made. I'll just use USDT, for example, which is very fast. I generally, myself, when I've made a deposit in USDT, I see it in 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes it takes an hour or two. If you deposited USDT on the TRC network, I've never done it on the ERC, so I don't know. But if you've done it on the TRC network, there's a big red button when you go back there. It says my deposit hasn't shown up. Hit that. That automatically generates a ticket for support. Now, if you've done it on the blockchain, the Bitcoin network, BTC, I've seen it take 2 days before it gets the 3 required confirmations, just because the blockchain on Bitcoin can have huge traffic jams. So all that really matters. So whatever, and your wallet that sends it out. As soon as you see 6 confirmations, if you know how to check that, and it's not showing up there, hit that button, okay? How long once your deposit is in the back office, then you pick the package you want, and then within 24 hours, you should start seeing rewards. Question from beautiful people. How does compounding configure? We've covered that on the opportunity calls numerous times. I would encourage you to go to their website and watch their opportunity call. Compounding is different ways. So we spent a whole webinar explaining that on that. You have a couple of different options. You got a package, or you can do it manually every week, depending on what you want to do there. Naboki says, is there going to be an automatic daily reinvestment? No. Many countries do not allow automatic reinvestment, even though there are opportunities out there using it generally across the board. They are non-compliant, and being non-compliant can get the company shut down, and has many times in the past. One of the problems with doing that, guys, it takes a few minutes to log in there and hit the button. We really want to keep as much compliant in that straight and narrow path, okay? So that's why some countries do not allow automatic, yet a lot of opportunities do it for the lazy way. It's just not the right way to do it. Question from Stephen. Can you say exactly? We talked about the debit card. Question from Vicky D. Casto. When will the crypto to fiat, to vice versa, save the exchange platforms? Just to let you know, the crypto to fiat to crypto will not save you any fees. I'm not sure how much the fees will be, but there will be a bank providing that conversion, okay? And obviously that bank is going to charge a fee. I don't know if it'll be more or less, but there will be some fee. It will not be free. So we'll have to see when that comes out, Vicky, okay? Question from Ian Wade. Did you say you were going to be able to purchase with bank cards? Yes. Crypto to fiat, fiat to crypto, you'll be able to use your debit card, your Visa, MasterCard, and purchase crypto. You will also be able to send a wire directly from your bank into the platform, and the platform, this middleman, this bank, will then convert your fiat, whatever that is, pound, franc, yen, whatever the case may be, dollar, and then we'll convert it to crypto and make a deposit. There will be a fee for doing that, but you will be able to do that, except for the United States members and Canada. This will take a longer process because there's a different regulatory steps needed for that to be compliant. But the vast majority of countries will be available very soon. Hopefully, if Jensen can get on there, we'll hear that really quick here. Can Jensen text you the updates? We talk to Jensen every day, so I'm pretty familiar with 85% of the updates, David. We are the master distributors for Vortic, so we communicate with Jensen quite a bit. But what is this company about? My show, if someone invited you here, you need to talk to them. If you have no clue what you're doing here, I would suggest, however you got the link from whoever told you about Vortic, they should explain to you what the company is about before you come to a members call. Because this is really a members call where the CEO talks about updates. We do information calls that you're looking about. We do them every Monday and Wednesday for the community, and you can go sign up for one if you'd like. That's at passivecryptorewards.com. Passive Crypto Rewards, we do them twice a week, or you can ask the person who shared this with you. You can also go to YouTube and look up Vortic United Ltd. Vortic United Ltd. And there's an opportunity to call a recording that you can watch at your convenience. Give you a little bit more insight what it's about, and then you can pursue it should you think this is something you feel interested in. I hope that answers your question. Let's see here. We got quite a few. Questions from Dimitri. What is Vortic's plan to manage fast growth? Several platforms we all know couldn't handle it. Dimitri, that's a great question. It's been asked. We've now done 6 or 7 of these CEO calls, and we haven't had a problem until today. But Jensen, as you know, has opened up an office in Istanbul. It's a 5,000 square foot office. He's ramped up the support team. He provides 24/7 support for the issues. And quite honestly, the platform is pretty simple. It's not complicated like a lot of other platforms. It's kept fairly simple. That helps the expansion, the growth, simplicity of the program. As far as where I think you're talking about is the withdrawals. That usually hits companies because they try using a third-party platform, or they use a middleman, something that is different. Vortic United has an in-house system. Like everything Vortic United has done, a lot of companies go through, and you'll see, I don't want to name the companies right now, having a heck of a time. They're using a third-party provider in India or Pakistan or the Philippines. And then this communication, this back and forth, you have problems, delays, hiccups. And I'm not saying Vortic United will never have one, but by having it in-house, you have better control over that. And Jensen's been emphatic about having things in-house. A lot of companies outsource their support. They hire a support company from one of these support providers out there. And again, you have this disconnect, this in-house disconnect. Well, with Vortic United, not only are they, oh, I saw him. He was here. There was a flash. Jensen, say something. He was here, and then he was gone. He's coming. There he is.
Oh. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry.
Let me finish my one question here. The man himself.
I called just not the IT. I think, for the protection. This was, oh my goodness. Okay, but now it's working fine.
Okay.
Perfect.
Jensen,
so sorry
this is
for
a doctor support team.
Okay, perfect. Now I'm there. Wonderful, guys.
Let me go ahead and answer this last question here. Why they're asking about how can Vortic United handle the growth? You have your own IT team. You don't hire a third party from the Philippines or that. You have your own. He's have a 5,000 square foot office. He doesn't hire a company overseas to do the support. He can walk to the desk of the support person right next to him and handle the question. That's the support, why the growth is possible. I started to go through the question. We took a poll, Jensen. I'll give you a little insight on the poll. You weren't here. You were busy. About 80% of the people here have been here before. 20% are brand new. So there's about 150 new people here who are not yet started. We took a poll. What are they excited the most about? The debit card, the crypto to fiat, or the marketing page? About 10% said the marketing page, 30% said the crypto to fiat, and then about 70% said, give us the Visa MasterCard. So, and then about 20% are brand new, never been on a call yet. So I'm going to stop taking the questions. They don't want to hear from me. They want to hear from you. So, guys, I told you.
After you continue with the questions, let me give them quick the update. Oh my God. Yes, first of all, I'm very sorry. Early stage in the morning, I was getting a heart attack almost here.
Let me turn off my sharing screen and make you full screen so they can see you. and hear from you.
Wonderful.
There we go. Okay, sir,
Okay,
you have the
ladies
floor.
and gentlemen, wonderful good morning after a lot of IT dismissed right now. But when I call him, I get one and he helped me out. Yes, was for internet protection. Okay, it can happen. Okay, yeah, first of all, thank you so much. I'm still live from Singapore. To everyone and each of you, thank you so much that you're all fully be there. I'm a little bit later, so the best comes to the last, or how we say it. So from there, definitely we have a lot of things what we are working right now behind the scenes. I think all of you are seeing it. Also the web page, the new one, the outside face is there. But I promise of all of you a little bit, some couple of days later, but everything is there. This is very important. The last rise updates, what is coming now, and it is coming. We have a lot of marketing updates for the landing pages and many more futures in the next couple of days for all of you available. This is the most important thing. So we're working still on fiat to crypto, crypto to fiat for the licensings now, because there was coming also some licensings for crypto and other stuff. So this is why it takes a little bit longer time. What doesn't matter, longer time means not that it not comes, it comes 100%, you know this. So from there, definitely on the structuring of the company for everyone, each of you alone, also to know the old structuring is gone, the new structuring is there. We have the holding, we have the managing company, we have the operating company in Hong Kong. So from there, definitely we're going absolutely in the right track. The other license also is already signed, is also approved, everything. So we was meeting a lot of bankers in the last days, also for the private placements, for the part of the development, for the exchange and other stuffs. So we're going almost to the end of the week. I start very soon also my movement back to Istanbul because they're waiting me people. They already wants to meet me. And then from there for bigger things into the future because Mike is also waiting for me.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Yes.
Okay,
So,
Jensen, I'm going to ask a lot of people from all over the world. And you have pretty good English, but you act like a NASCAR driver, vroom, vroom, when you talk very fast. So, and they don't understand me either sometimes. So I'm going to ask for some clarification on stuff, okay? You mentioned something about licenses, and you made a huge announcement in the group because, you know, in the presentation, we got the UK license. So how do those new licenses work with your current license?
Well, the current license, everything is the same, what we have to add, like I said, currently. So this means the old part is out. The new structuring of the company, the operation will be now from Hong Kong International. We have the license for the international law. We take it over the Seychelles. And we have also Estland for the part of the European license, so everything is still the same. Only the structuring needs to be new because of the regularities. All of you knows this, so that we always be safe on the side. What this needs to be international. The same thing is for the bank. The same thing is for everybody. So this why it takes some things a little bit longer, but longer means not. So this is absolutely normally, of course.
Someone is asking a question about the mega event that's currently going on. He's qualified, or she's qualified. I kind of lost where it was at for the first level.
Yes.
Will they be able? Because on the previous webinars, you said the only people that are able to come are the people who qualify. Will he be able, or she be able to bring their spouse, or do you want to, or do you wish to call divorce in the family?
No. but it's a part of business. You know, you can see it in this way. I don't want to divorce anybody, but it's a part of business. So, like me myself, okay, I'm not. I have no wife. Me, I'm single. But like I said, even also other people, when it goes on business is business, definitely. So we have definitely also a business part out of it. So, but we cannot take everybody's wife or the fiance or however within it. It's very important to know. So the tickets for everyone, each of you is single, not doubled.
Can they pay for their spouse themselves to come with them?
No, we have exactly 150 because the thing is also we need to look for the space for the hotels and everything. So already is.
I know that was the next one. Okay.
Exactly, correct. So this is the part also, you know yourself, Istanbul is very, very busy, and other areas of Turkey, even him too. So it's also a part of the space what we also need for the location, and important also for security reasons and other stuffs. So, but like I said, whoever cannot qualify for this depart, don't be worried, it will be much more into the future. This is very important for all of you to know. And please don't forget to accept the challenge. Always on the point, first challenge, second challenge, third challenge.
You have to accept it to start it. You have to accept it to start it. It's not automatic.
Very important, yes, right. Of course.
Okay, a couple of questions I see. You mentioned something about, and in the past we have talked about it, private placement. This is a new opportunity for the community. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Of course, we will have also the project development. We have the humanitarian project development. So for this, definitely, we will have some financial departments also what we are looking for it, what to use for this kind of departments. So this will be a part of the ecosystem for the future, what we will establish in the time when it is directly ready for the market. We are working right now, strong now on it. So to get this into the achievement, because when the exchange is there, we are going also to the real development into the future, of course.
Okay. I think we covered most of the questions here. One that I tried to answer was the fiat to crypto, crypto to fiat. I know in a couple of webinars or calls on the past, you said next week or a few weeks. How does that look currently?
It's still taking a little bit more time because of the part of the license what just now came out for the regularities. This is the main factor, but from both of the sides, everything is declared. So we are waiting right now for the last papers, what has to be arrived, that we have this also, and then finally we can start with the movement. Yes, exactly.
Okay, so would you say by the end of July?
I hope. I want not to promise anything right now, but this is why I'm saying let's wait. The papers is there. All of you know me very well. All of you know me very well. I don't want to promise anything what I cannot hold. So this is coming. It's coming. This is for sure. But let's wait with the papers is there. The rest because of the licensing. So from there we can go ahead. Awesome. This is very important.
Okay. I'm going to answer a few questions here so I go through them if they're hard ones or something that needs to be here. Ashka wants to know if I deposit $10,000, how many times can I reinvest? Every week you can reinvest if you want or withdraw. You have the option there, like so many. You have a lot of options with Vortic United. Dimitri, here's a question for you, Jensen. Dimitri is asking the question, a great question. Are investors are members' assets held in the exchanges or other qualified custodians, and are they insured? I can answer the insured part. This is crypto. Nobody insures crypto. Anyone who tells you to do, they're lying. There is no insurance. It is trading, and trading has its risk. But Jensen has protocols in place to protect someone from getting hacked. So you mind sharing how you protect the users or the community's assets?
Yes, of course. We are protecting so much as we can in the part of the security department for the analysts department. So this is the most important to see what is coming before it happens. This is very important, and this you can do only with the analyst department to read and to write a lot of newspapers, to read on it, to act in this first part, also the on-chain part for the exchanges, for the overview of what's giving into the market and the opportunities from order flow trading and all the technical departments, what is into it. So when you use it in the exactly right way, like we are doing it more than professional, more than 10 years, of course, you're on the more security side as only many people are using only the technical department. So this is very important to have definitely all your analyst systems be in the right way, and also from the management, from the risk management, to go not too huge into the market, because when you have a more minus trades, you need to minus it also out with the plus trades, of course.
I think he was more focused on, let's say you have $50 million in Bitcoin. You only trade 5 to 10% of it, correct, on a daily trading?
Of course, 5 to 7%. Sometimes when people are very clear,
how do you protect the rest of it? How are you protecting the rest of it?
In a cold wallet storage, of course.
Okay.
And from there, we're going to get paid also the community out. So we don't storage it on exchanges. It's very risky. We don't roll it directly down, from there. We're going to pay it in a half manual way out.
Awesome.
And that balance you're holding in a stable coin, correct?
Of course.
Yeah, because a lot of companies have held it in Bitcoin or Ethereum, and when it goes down, the company is in trouble because they just lost in a week 20% of their assets. So you've learned, this because you've been around for a long time.
Okay.
A question from Askis: is Trust Wallet acceptable? Askis, I use Trust Wallet. It's a well-known wallet. I don't leave money in there forever. I do like Jensen, as does Mike Donaldson here on the call. Any crypto that we're not actively using, we also have learned to put it in our own cold storage wallet. That's our preference. We're not suggesting you do that, but you need to look at what's best for your situation. But Trust Wallet, in your opinion, Jensen, is that a decent wallet? In your opinion, Trust Wallet?
Trust Wallet is one thing, yes, but it's depending whatever people likes to use. So
there are hundreds of wallets out there, depending on where you live and all kinds of variables.
I think the bigger part of his concern is that Bitcoin is no longer acceptable for withdrawals.
Last weekend, a lot of folks went to make a withdrawal, and in the past, they have withdrawn Bitcoin. And I know about 2 months ago, Bitcoin went crazy, and you had it temporarily disabled because the fees were crazy. We're
going on security moment, but it will come back. Don't worry, we are working on it. So we are checking everything properly so that we get the best opportunity for the community. Because it doesn't make sense when we have valuation or anything else also in the transactions and the customer reach not this what he wants. So this is very important also to look for the stabilization of everything. So for everyone, each of you is also all in your interest, not only my interest for the company. For you is it more than important. So like we was having it one day also where BTC was taking, it was up to 5 to 6 days for the transactions, and we was giving even the opportunity for the customer to change to Ethereum and also to USDT, of course.
So you're thinking of bringing it back as a withdrawal method, or have you completely eliminated it?
It will come totally back, of course. It will come totally back.
It's just temporarily as they fix some issues with the Bitcoin process. Okay. I see a question here. I'm not sure Keld Jensen is asking, is it possible to make something back office so we can see there? Ken, I'll suggest to you, if you want to see in the back office, get with the person who invited you here, get their affiliate link, create a free account. Then you don't need to see a screenshot. You can go back there yourself and navigate. You can see the trades. You can see everything. And then if you feel comfortable, get what and then put in some crypto and buy a package. That's the best way. Actually live the experience. I hope that answers your question. Andy has a question here. Jensen, with the crypto to fiat to crypto, will there be an option to make withdrawals directly to a bank account? Say my checking account.
Of course, it's in and out, both of the opportunities, of course. And will we take some charges from the bank? This is absolutely normal, but definitely it will be possible, of course.
Okay. Well, someone asked earlier, and I assumed, and let's say I don't live in the United States. Would I be able to take my bank card and make a purchase of, say, package A or package B?
A credit card opportunity is it also possible to buy, of course.
Okay, awesome. That was a question I wasn't 100% sure on. There's a question from Evelyn. There are platforms that are having problems for registration in the U.S. Because of the compliance and the crypto investment. One, Evelyn, we do not invest in crypto. We purchase packages. That word investment will get a company in trouble. So everyone on the call, you are not investors. You are members of a community. You're getting rewards. And I know it sounds silly to most people, these little word games, but it is important to the government agencies that we play the game. and you got to play the game to win. So we are getting rewards. We are purchasing packages. We don't have ROI. These are little simple things that can cause problems. So not that I'm picking on anyone, just giving you little tips. So Jensen, a few weeks ago, you started doing kind of an internal audit of all the areas that you wanted to tighten up on compliance for all the different countries, and you're still going through that. That's why part of the reason for the new website, correct?
Of course.
And there are other things that you will be bringing on here in the next few weeks to enhance the compliance regulations.
With all these days, they will see a lot of positive changes also what they can use, of course, for the network.
Jensen, do you mind if I share with you something I did while you were having some internet problems? I talked about our trip to Turkey, and we've seen the trade, we've seen your passport, that you're not really Boris, that you're really who you say you are. But what we liked about it was your vision. And on your new website here, you have a roadmap there. Because a lot of people say, well, how long are you going to be around? On your roadmap that you have for the vision, you have stuff for 2026 where you're planning on going to tier one.
Since in the beginning, of course, since in the beginning we was having a roadmap, so it is getting me always actualized, so everyone can download it, can see exactly the beat what we are going to. Any kind of changes, we actualize it completely, of course.
Okay, question from Rhonda. Hi, is this a newly established platform? Rhonda, it's going on 10 months. September will be their 1-year anniversary. What is the website? It's right behind his head. VorticUnited.com. You just add a .com to that.
Vortic-United.
What's that, Mike?
Vortic-United.
United, correct. Will the founder be here today? The founder is right here. He was having.
He's here in the flesh.
Jensen, this is an American term, and I'm not sure about overseas terms, so I don't know how to answer it. ACH, are you familiar with that term? I know you were in the banking world, but they may have called it something else in Europe. Are you familiar with the term ACH? Jensen?
Yes, now I get you.
Are you familiar with ACH? Will ACH be available?
Will be also come in the future, of course.
ACH is a check, like a check instead of a wire.
The check system.
It's automated clearinghouse.
Right. It's like it's a different way than a wire. It's generally less fee.
Okay, I know what you mean. For the payment system, in and out.
Yes.
Let me ask if you can interpret it into it by the bank.
Okay.
I was also having it before. I know from what you're talking about.
Okay. A question from Gerald. Referral bonuses, Gerald, are done at the same time every other withdrawal is done. You can request it on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday as soon as you earn it, but all withdrawals are processed the following Monday, and it can take up to 48 hours. And there is a 5% withdrawal fee because that's what pays for those lights behind Jensen's head there to keep the lights on and to pay the support staff and all of that. So those fees are a standard across the industry, Gerald. Question from Buzz. Will the data be available to download into Excel? Buzz, I'm assuming you mean the trades. If you go into the back office in the reporting section. Now, we noticed this with the brand new website launch, all the old data for the trades have disappeared. But there are thousands of members who saw all the trades. So it's not like there's only 3 days of trade. But because of the new website, that data it was reset. So you can download from this point forward. You can go down there. I think there's 3 different formats you can download it: CVS, Excel, and something else. So I hope that.
I was also wondering if he might be talking about his own history.
That's a good question. I don't know. I have spoken to support, and why do they take so long to answer? I spoke in support. They usually take 3 to 5 minutes. I don't know what you call long, but because they are
very fast. It's very fast.
because just like if you go to a store and check out, Sometimes there's no one in line, and other times there's 15 people in line. It depends on when there are a queue, if you will. So just be patient. They will get to you. Please, we don't Zoom screen, so I don't know. This ain't Zoom. Can't see Jensen Robles. This must be old questions here. Let me scoot up here. Please auto start challenge. No, he said you have to click it, guys, and it's not hard. You log into the back office. You take this little device here and the left button, and you click the button that says start challenge. Guys, understand there are certain reasons certain things are done. Let's have the IT team, the tech team, the support team focus on the crypto to fiat, the debit card, instead of making a button clickable because we don't want to take a few seconds to log in and click something. There's a lot of code to do that. So let's have the IT team focus on the stuff that all makes us more rewards and easier to use. I understand some people do not want to do the challenge because they know they are not going to go there. I have 3 people on my team. They do not want to do the challenge. They have other commitments. They know they can't go there because of health reasons. They don't want to take a spot away from someone who is wanting to go. So that's why one of the reasons the manual is there. If you feel that you want to go, that you want to qualify, then click the button. Like the one gentleman is going on a cruise with his wife. The other one is just not healthy enough. He feels is not healthy enough. Another one has an operation then. So why should they automatically be involved and take a spot away from someone? And Jensen just left the room. So hopefully that answers that. So we'll continue here. Can we ask Jensen to go through his history and experience? Lee, we'll get to that when he comes back. I know it. So if he doesn't, hopefully he comes back. Mike, you want to yell on Telegram that we lost him? You may not know it. Currently from John, a question from John. Currently we have 20 packets. I'm assuming you mean packages. Is there a way to combine them? No. That's not possible. Jensen just left the voice message, Mike. You see that?
Yeah, I got to go over to the other computer to get it because I can't listen to it well.
Okay. Currently, to qualify the mega event, do you need to have...
Wait, let me just check. It just shows security depart. What is again on my laptop? 1 second, Mike. I hope I can come back. Today, my laptop is absolutely 1 second.
Qualify for the mega event, do you need to have $1,500 in packages? No. What they're talking about is $1,500 in your first line. That's your direct, and then so much in your entire team. $1,500 in your direct, meaning level 1, and then the rest in the second part of that is your total team value, Andy. I hope that helps you. Question from Gary. Jensen would know ACH is American form of SEPA. Thank you. Gary, when he comes back, let me write that down. I got a piece of paper right here.
SEPA and SWIFT and ACH. Okay. It all has to do with the transfer of funds.
Thank you, Gary, for that information. I've learned something. Question from Mengus. Is there a possibility that the current promotion could be extended beyond the current date? No, because what happens is the location has to be purchased so the people can attend. And those dates are locked in, so you can't just extend those dates and say, hey, we're not coming in September. We decided to come in January. So those dates are pretty much fixed for a host of reasons. Currently, people, so I hope you understand that, Megan. Question from Adrian. Is it necessary or mandatory to list physical address on the website? I'm not sure if you mean I'm guessing this is just a guess. Adrian, you're talking about the company's physical address. No, it is not required. No company is required to do that. The reason Vortic, and I know there's some idiots, I use that word loosely. I can use other words that says, why don't the company list their website address? I can tell you why. having ran an office myself, I had clients. I had a staff of 4 or 5 people working on websites. And when a client comes in and does a little tour or something, it disrupts the whole office. They want to see everything. They want to talk to people. Work doesn't get done generally. And if people are coming in at random times, work isn't getting done. So why they don't have the office there, you need to contact support, and they'll set up a time that is convenient for you and a time that's convenient for Vortic United staff and Jensen to meet you there. Because a lot of times Jensen is traveling, doing things and meetings with ministers and different private investment things that he's bringing to the community. And obviously you don't want to go all the way to Turkey, Istanbul, and him not be available. So that's why the address is not put there, so people just don't show up randomly. They contact support. They'll gladly give you the address and set up the meeting for you. Okay? History. Yes. Well, Buzz, I'll go over his history. What did he say, Mike?
He's trying to get back in. He's
Okay.
got he that same problem kind of popped up. I think there's some kind of security feature that he's got on his end that's creating the problem.
Yeah. Okay. Where are we at? Can we still do Vortic iPhone app? That is in the process, as you saw on the vision, the roadmap. They will be coming out with an Android and iPhone app. From my personal experience, Android will probably be first. They have a little more generic rules, a little more freedom. We'll wait till we actually see his physical face. iPhone is a little more anal, a little stricter, but I'm sure he looked like he's coming. He's almost here. There he is. He's back. Jensen, couple quick questions. You're working on both an Android and an iPhone app. Do you see that here coming this summer? He's frozen.
Is he frozen? Is he frozen? Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Continuing. But those who forgot to click the challenge button, they have already put in some base. Yes. When the promotion was sent out, I told everyone to click it. If they missed that notice, there's nothing that can be done. Emails was sent out. Back office, the big button says click to start. And you know what? I was guilty a day myself. I did not click it right away. I missed a little point, it happens. But you cannot, there would have been a whole bunch of people taking slots that would not have been used. So you can do one or the other. So I hope that answers. Can we have the announcement, please, Rob? That's what we've been doing. Okay. Question.
Guys, I don't know what is wrong with my computer, but I'm back. Can you hear me?
Okay. Question from Awang. If my immediate downline purchases, we don't invest. Down Awang, as I said, and I know you typed that question out before we got to the word investment, because we don't do investments here. In the compounding package, not portfolio, we don't do portfolios here no more. It's part of the compliance stuff that we're making sure, and I'm not picking on anyone. I just want everyone to get used to the new terminology, okay? Will I receive weekly profits? Anytime, let's just say you had last week $1,000 package A, and you made 4%. This Monday, you have 1,040 in packages. Your rewards, most likely, depending on the trading, will increase. That is the beauty of that compounding feature that Jensen listened to the community and brought to the community. So, Jensen, one of the questions I had to skip, I knew we've asked it a few times, but people want to hear from you. Can you talk a little bit back on your history in 2010? You were working at a bank, and then you got into crypto and then Vortic. Can you talk briefly about your history, your little bit?
Okay, everything was starting as an investment banker in Berlin. I forwarded very successful in Switzerland. Time being 2007, 2008 to the financial crisis. We was also trading commodity such as gold, silver, platinum, palladium to get the security sector for the customers forward, because we was not exactly knows about where we will go for the inflation rate and anything else because of the multiplying of the dollar systems. From there, definitely on the end of my career, was going on my own. After being introduced myself, very successful in cryptocurrency, bought my first Bitcoins also for $24. And today, definitely, yes, I can say it was the best decision in my life. So I trade more than 10 years successful institutionally customers in API trading on different of exchanges. Everything was starting with Bitfinex and Kraken. Today we have a very successful exchange, also Binance. And I hope very, very soon now, for this we are working right now, also Vortic United in the coming years exchange, of course.
Okay. Peter said I missed the question. So let me take his question. I scrolled down and found it. Jensen, this is to you. If you're trading about 5%, first of all, Peter, he said he's trading between 5 and 10%. The 5% was the lower part. The 10% was the higher part. Just clarification there. This means you need to make a profit of 20% a day if you're giving a 1% return. He's not giving a 1% return. He's giving a 0.8% return to a higher return. Probably the math adds out. Most of the people have the package A, but also you got to remember as people's packages expire, there's a 20% fee, and then there's a 5% fee for the withdrawals. All of these things add up, and most people don't realize this. We have all been in these other opportunities that promise 3% a day, 4% a day, and they last for, oh my God, a whole 30-day wonder. I wonder in 30 days, will they be around? On the weekends, Jensen trades. I have hit people, why can't we get crypto 7 days a week? Why can't we get more earnings? Because those 2 days he's trading, those are what I call insurance trades. He's making profit, hopefully, those days as well. He's keeping some of that for the company and keeping some of that for that safety net that we all want underneath us. Guys, that's huge. That's huge.
Offices, conventions, all a lot of money
coming out of. So, guys, think about what the model here, and a lot of people don't. They want 7 days. They want 3% a day. They want instant payouts.
They want compounding daily.
So one day the owner with your crypto and left, and that's the difference, guys. That is, and I say that because I've been in those programs. We all have. And that's why we're here with Jensen. Okay? So I hope that answers your question, Peter, because I know that's a lot of people have that question. And we asked, and he told us about how he trades on the weekends. We asked that question. It's a valid question. So,
hey, Mike, there was a question I think you were answering for Awong about if somebody in his downline gets the Plan D, the compounding package, does he receive weekly residual bonuses?
Yes. If he gets Plan D,
the residual will be paid on the end of the duration. By the compounding, it will be on the end of the duration, the residual altogether. Because at the end of the day, we are trading for the customer in this part for the time being of 32 weeks. So clear, there is a commission directly in the beginning, but the residual will be on the end of the duration.
Okay, awesome.
So I'm not sure if I understood that answer.
I do. Yeah. You don't get the rewards to the end of the package.
No, I was getting him. He's talking about the residual from the trading part.
Right, that's what I thought.
Daily by APNC. By compounding, is it on the end of the duration? Exactly. It will come in once as a board. Yeah.
Okay. The announcement, guys, you're all looking for the announcement. He's talked about the private placement. He's talked about the licenses. He's talked about the website. They're waiting for some magical announcement. There's a host of announcements that we've been covering, Rob. And there's an announcement me and Mike want to bring to the community. We'll go over that right now. For those of you looking to earn more rewards to help you build a team, come this Saturday and every Saturday going forward, we're going to give you some tips and training that we use on how to build a team. Everyone is welcome to come there. This is not a company's event. This is us showing you how to use YouTube the right way, how to use Facebook the right way, TikTok, how to use emails. We're going to do this every Saturday, and you can go to Success Building 101. This will be in the Vortic. We want to get the post approved by Jensen. and we'll show it, but it's successbuilding101.com. You can go register. It's at noon Eastern Standard Time. I have no idea what time that is in North Africa or the Philippines. We'll get that little time chart up for everyone. We'll convert it for you. They will be recorded for those who are in the middle of the night. We don't expect you to wake up at 4 a.m. We will put that in a place where you can watch that and learn, if you want to build your team, some tips that we use, some tricks, and hopefully it will help everyone. So, okay. When it comes to my withdrawal options from Chris, when it comes to time to withdraw my options right now is withdraw Bitcoin or Ethereum. Is there one better than Bitcoin or Ethereum? Chris, that's a preference. We're not financial advisors. If you take it out in Ethereum, it depends on what you want the crypto for. Here it is. Crypto has a chance to go up. It can go up or it can go down while it's sitting in your wallet. If you take it out in USDT, it's flatlined. It's stable. You're not going to gain. You're not going to lose. And depending on how you're converting it to cash, or if that's what you want to do, or if you want to hold it onto it. A lot of people are collecting Ethereum and Bitcoin with the hopes that it'll go up. So it really depends on what you want to do, Chris, okay? Let me get to a couple questions because we are into it here. If I put 10,000 in Plan C, then put an additional 5, it's the entire. Jensen, from my understanding, Plan C. If someone puts in $10,000 into, no, wait, that's a Plan C. Okay, if I put a Plan C, you can add additional money into a current package. And that's not repurchasing, right? If a person purchases a 10,000 Plan C, 2 weeks from now, they want to add another 5,000. That 15,000 could go into the same package, right? With no problems?
Yes, I can add it, of course.
Okay, awesome.
But it is locked.
What's that, Mike?
It is locked. He used the word lock.
Right, it is locked. A question from Ihe. Will you please make sure that we receive social media's guidance for compliance, because he sees a lot of non-compliance posts that he's worried about the company getting into trouble. And you are working on coming up with guidance and protocols for everyone, correct? Yes. Can you hear me okay, Jensen? Yes? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
The compounding package is already pre-calculated, Larry, so there is no additional compounding. It gets 9% a week. For example, if you put in $5,000, week 1 you'll get $450. Week 26 you'll get $450 in crypto. Okay? We are not regulated, Janet, as we talked about in the disclaimer. The disclaimer clearly states Vortic United is not regulated by any government body or agency. That means nobody is regulating because it is crypto trading. Crypto is not regulated. The FCCA in the UK does Forex trading, Janet. It does not do crypto trading in Turkey. Okay. Hi. Jensen, when you go on holidays, who trades for you?
When I go on holidays, I don't know when I have my last holidays. This is my question. Difference. My last holidays was far away.
But the nice thing is you're in Singapore now. You're not in Turkey. You took your laptop. You still communicate with your analyst, your trade team, and you still are able to spend a few hours and take trades and then do other business, correct? Why does the business center around one man, Mr. Jensen? Ask it. It doesn't because he's the CEO. He's the boss. That's why the business revolves around him. He's the lead trader. A lot of these other companies, I can answer this. We asked this. He has an analytical team of 4 or 5 people. How many people on support do you have, Jensen?
Support right now, around 10, 12, 12.
How many people altogether are employed with Vortic United?
Come again?
How many people are in the company that you employ, work for Vortic United?
42 or 42 we have already.
42 people.
42.
The reason everything revolves around him, because it's trading. I'll put it this way. Jensen is the most experienced trading. His analytical team looks at software, looks at events, does the gathering of data, but Jensen uses his experience and revolve. That's why that part revolves around him. But he has a whole team that's giving him data and so forth. We've all heard of companies blaming their traders for losing the money. They blame a staff. The janitor ran off with their money. That's why he has very tight control over everything. Wouldn't you say too? Yes. We're okay. We got a time for 2 more questions. We said 1 hour, and we're at 1 hour and 15, and we understand he didn't get here for a half hour. So just have to link for Saturday, please, Jacqueline. You need to go to Success Building 101. It'll be in the Telegram room. You cannot add more money to the compounding package. That is locked in. So you can't add. You would have to buy another package, correct, Jensen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Guys, Jensen has talked about this. Real quick, Jensen, last question. Then we're going to go from Nick. If something unfortunate was to happen to you, you got sick or something worse, what are the protocols? What do you have in place for the community to recover their funds?
Okay, I have a testimony written for private and for business. So there's very clearly standing inside that 4 lawyers and 2 of my best friends will be part of it to open the testimony. The testimony will be written very clearly where all the number codes is going to be. They will come together directly and pay all the customers, included also this one was on top of it, directly out to the community back from the cold wallet system.
Awesome. I'll take this last question here. KRM, what's the difference between this investment opportunity and others? One is this isn't an investment opportunity. We've talked about that repeatedly for the last hour and a half. And I understand why you're saying that, because you're looking to put crypto into this. You have a CEO that's real. He comes on here every Thursday. You have the trades in the back office that you can see everything. You have an office that is over 5,000 square foot that should you want to visit, all you need to do is set a time and date with the support team to meet Jensen. You have all these things there. This is the most transparent company I have. We've all seen people say, well, we can't share the trade. We're afraid you're going to learn. We can't give you the CEO's name because he's afraid he's going to get kidnapped or shot or security or something. He comes on here. It's transparent. You see the trades. You can go visit it. And if you go visit him, you'll have to sign some documents, some papers, and he'll show you a little bit more how the trades work. He can't show that live because it would jeopardize the whole trading system. There is order flow trading on the website. So that's how it is there. About the 3-to-1 risk ratio, this is my problem. What I mean by a 3-to-1 risk ratio is when you trade, you want to keep your losses minimal. You want to keep, let's say you're trading at $1,000. You don't want to lose more than $1,000 on each trade. Your risk to reward ratio is you don't want to win $1,000 if you're trading either. If you're only risking $1,000 and only winning $1,000, you're going nowhere. You got to have a huge win ratio. But if you can risk $1,000 and win 3 times as much on most trades or more, 4 or 5, let the runners run, you have a higher return. And that's how Jensen is able to trade the 5 to 10% providing the returns. Guys, I thank you for answering there. Will there be more plans coming? We'll have to see there. Jensen, would you like to say something to the community before we log off here?
Of course. Thank you so much for everyone, each of you, that you must be so fully be there today. From my side, I can say only apologizing for the internet problems, what was happened today. So definitely I was trying my level best, but still I reach inside is very important. So I hope you're all happy also for the question answering. Next week, we will see us definitely again. I hope without the interruption of the internet problems, whatever it was, but finally we solved it. It's very important. So from there, I wish all of you a very huge of success for the challenge, to meet all of you over there by the yearly event. This is number one. Whoever wants to come to visit, you can contact directly the support. You can find a day together so that you also can reach on the office. You can meet me. You can meet also my peoples, the employees, the support department, my manager, also my lawyer son that is over there for coffee. So from there, we're looking very successful forward. Also for the road shows, what we are going to be now. So from there, definitely a huge of success to everyone, each of us together as a family to bring it forwarded into the future. Thank you so much to everyone, each of you.
And guys, I'm going to address the technical issues. It wasn't an issue with the platform. It was an issue with his security protocol. We use Webinar Jam because it's a 10 times better platform than Zoom, because every one of you who registered, you will automatically get a recording of this. Zoom won't do that. Everyone that was able to pre-register. Zoom, you have to go through a whole bunch of bells. You'll get a whole bunch of emails sent to you reminding you. Again, Zoom don't do that. There's a lot of reasons we use this platform, because it is a superior platform. Studies have shown over and over again why this crushes Zoom as far as features and availability. So for those who don't understand why we use this, this is why we do it. And of course, you notice you come on here, you don't have everyone yakking over everyone in the background with a wife arguing with their husband. We've all been on those calls. But Jensen had some security protocols. He just had an update to his laptop to make sure everyone's running safe. So he had some trouble logging into an open domain. That was on him. But he's been here every week with no problems, no issue. And we are truly sorry we could not get to everyone's question. There was over 700 people. And if every one of you just asked one question, we would be here for 3 hours. We hope we got to most of the questions. Please attend the next one. We have opportunities, webinars every Monday and Wednesday, passive crypto rewards, where a lot of the questions are answered there. Me and Mike does them. We take our time. We answer everyone's questions on the opportunity itself. So again, I want to thank Jensen for taking his time. I don't think most of you know he's in Singapore tonight. It is 4 a.m. there, 4 a.m. So again, thank you, Jensen, for getting up in the middle of the night and still trading while you're traveling. And
actually, for not going to bed.
Yes. So thank you for everything you're doing for us and the community. We are very grateful. Thank you, sir. Everyone, have a good night. God bless.
Have a good night.